Welcome to Hatch's Digital Transformation Podcast series, where today and in episodes to come, we'll talk through how strategic integration of digital technologies across all aspects of an organization is revolutionizing operations, client interactions, and business models. We'll investigate and share how the evolving digital landscape in our industries is fostering efficiencies, innovation, and adaptability by leveraging data, analytics, cloud computing, and emerging technologies. Our goal with this podcast series is to grow together and ensure a sustainable future through digital transformation. I'm your host, Kelly Levesque. I'm a digitalization specialist at Hatch and hold a mechanical engineering degree with over 15 years of experience. In this podcast, we're going to dive into the tech trenches to explore Hatch's transformation journey, past, present, and future. I'm happy to introduce our guest today, Maurice Tayeh. Maurice is a seasoned CIO with over 3 decades of experience across the oil and gas, manufacturing, aerospace, engineering, and construction industries. Currently, Maurice is Hatch's very own CIO and has been shaping the future of artificial intelligence since before most of us had heard the term. Thanks so much for joining me, Maurice.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly. I really appreciate this very nice introduction, and I'm looking forward to today's podcast.
Okay, Maurice, so let's start from the beginning. Tell us why organizations have the need to embark on and invest in a digital transformation journey.
Well, by definition, we all move forward. Business moves forward, human beings move forward. So is technology. So technology is always evolving. If we look at how things were done, and you can take 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, or even more, you can see that we evolve all the time. And like anything else, we as a progressive company, we want to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. And technology is not for technology's sake, it's the technology, the tools that we use to execute our projects, to innovate, to complete engagements that we have. You know, we serve an extremely wide set of clients, and as such, our solutions have to serve every one of them. And so when we talk about the delivery of our data at the end of a project, we have to keep that in mind. Some of the delivery of this information can be in simple formats, but also at the same time, we need to be prepared to offer uh, the information that is needed to clients that want to be able to explore the next set of uh, to take this information and use it in their operations and their maintenance activities and so on. So as such, we have been working hard to kind of figure out not only how the systems that we have can serve us during the project execution phase, but also at the same time, how do we prepare our data to be used in the next phase of the clients in their operation of these assets and the maintenance of these assets and so on. So to me, that's where a lot of the efforts that have been put in place have been focused over the past few years.
So I guess as our clients then, mature on their digital transformation journeys, we've really invested in our own to be able to support our clients in their new requirements associated to data so that we can then hand over information in a way that they can further be, sustainable into the future. So can you provide an overview of the digital transformation journey that Hatch has been undergoing and maybe share some of the adoption challenges that we've faced?
Well, our transformation journey started, about 7, 8 years ago when, as I said, we realized that we need to keep sharpening our tools, but it's time to really take a look at the various systems and the way these systems are interconnected. So the first thing that we had to do is figure out really what is our vision, what do we want to do, What is our technology roadmap going to look like? What are the various pieces of technology we're going to use? So our journey has started by focusing primarily about the foundational element, which is the systems, the tools that we're going to use. Now, the second element of our work is related. Well, now that we have the systems in place, where do we go from here? And we generate tons and tons of data, and this is really the focus for us for the next 2 3 years. Is how do we leverage the information, the data that we have, and make this information into much more um, executable knowledge that we can use, that we can make decisions based on. And in doing so, we're going to examine some work processes and see whether we can automate some of these work processes to allow us to execute our work, better, faster, and so on. And then the third phase of our work is going to be not only about the automation of our work processes and the leveraging the data, but about the decision making. And so we're going to start looking into technology related to, for example, artificial intelligence. How can such technology help us? How can it be done in the next 3 to 5 years, where this technology could have a major impact, not only on us as a company, but on the way we compete, with others, and the way we serve our clients, and so on.
We really did start by having individual tools to support some of the services that we're executing on, the engineering work that we do, and to support our engineers at being really effective with those tools. We then moved into some of our business processes. So when we're talking about document management, project management, and then basically the next phase of the journey is really getting those systems connected in a way where we can leverage further insight from all of those connected pieces and then move forward towards the future at really being able to automate some of those processes and again better support our workforce. That's such a fascinating journey, and it seems to parallel so many of the journeys that our clients are currently on. Can you share one or two key adoption challenges that we may have encountered?
If we think about the change management model that we have, and the change management model is a three-legged tool, if you want. It starts, with technology, but it's also about the work processes and the people. So when we think about the challenges that we have faced, we have to think about all the three main components in this equation. So, we have focused a lot early on in our digital journey on solving and addressing the technology piece, whether it's the connectivity of the system, whether it's the connectivity of the data. And we have done an extremely good job in creating an environment where such data coming from the various systems that we have put in place essentially reside. We call it our, common data environment. And the challenge in creating that was not only the technical piece of it, which is the systems and technologies used, but now how do we get our processes to start leveraging this common data environment? And we had to, connect our systems, connect our work processes to this common environment and be able to use it. So today, the common environment is really used by every aspect of our organization. The third element of this is related to the people. So starting with technology, work processes, and people, the complexity, the challenge of the adoption is increases. So you can think of technology as probably the easiest challenge because technologies today has been proven. It's really up to us to figure out how we take this technology and deploy it. Work processes is also challenging. So you can take the work processes and see how you can improve it and so on. But it's the third element of this three-legged tool, people, that is extremely challenging, which is about changing the mindset, changing the way we think to allow people to execute their work, to allow people to kind of say, I want to, execute my next engagement, my next project using these digital tool set instead of, I've always done this in the past, so therefore I should move on and use it.
So I mean, it really sounds as though, in terms of those challenges, when we look at the process people and tools, the second we modify one of those legs, I think you called them, it really does have an impact on the two other legs. And so I guess if we're changing the tools, we really have to bring the people along, and we really have to bring the business processes along. Thank you for sharing, Maurice. So what's next in this journey, and what do you predict for the future?
Well, the what's next for the journey in the future is I'm extremely excited about it because, if we look at the technology that everybody's talking about, which is artificial intelligence and automation, these components, these technologies are extremely hard to put in place if you don't have the foundation already in place, and thankfully we do. This is where we spent lots of efforts and resources putting these foundations, putting these systems in place, changing the mindset of our people of using this technology. So now, moving forward, it's really all about how do I leverage the infinite number of information that I have. And in our particular case, it's not infinite, but certainly a very large data set where we have collected over the number of years. So the future is extremely bright for us because of all the investments that we have made, and I think if we look at where we sit, I'm extremely excited, and not only for us as a company, but also how we can benefit our clients in executing their projects.
Fantastic. So it really looks as though we're going to be looking to leverage artificial intelligence not only at mining some of the historical treasure trove of information that we have available to us, but then also in our core systems, business processes, and engineering development. That certainly is exciting for the future. There you have it, folks. Like all other organizations, Hatch has been on a digital transformation journey. We started with leveraging the benefits that the advancements of computer tools had to offer, like CAD and engineering calculation tools. As business systems evolved, we supported our workforce with tools that support our business processes. To future proof our organization, we're now connecting all of the pieces to leverage the power of artificial intelligence, the possibilities of which we're just beginning to explore. I'm certainly excited to see what our systems can continue to evolve. Now, my favorite part of the episode, the rapid fire segment. I'll ask you 3 questions and challenge you to answer these questions in 10 words or less. Maurice, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Perfect. So, name one common misconception about digital transformation.
Digital transformation is about technology. Wrong.
That is a misconception that I hear often. When I say that I'm a digitalization specialist, like, oh, you do software. No, that is not correct. What is the most important lesson that you've learned in your current role?
In digital transformation, we need to start with the problem, not the technology.
So we really need to let those business goals and how we want to execute in our business to really drive the requirements for that solution. That's a fantastic lesson, certainly. Finally, from your personal perspective, what industry, topic, or activity is ripe for the greatest impact by embarking on a digital transformation journey?
Project execution or project delivery, it's the engine of our ingenuity. It's what makes our company and the entire industry tick.
That is some fantastic insight. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Maurice. Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation, Maurice. I feel privileged to have had the opportunity to interview you, and so glad that we could share your wisdom with our listeners. That's Hatch's digital transformation journey, past, present, and future. I'm your host, Kelly Levesque. Please join us in the next episode of this podcast series as we continue to investigate and share in the evolution of digital transformation. Until next time, let's keep innovating for a positive future.